So you do have to understand how in 2023, 24, things have changed.
Yes, sir.
Media has changed.
Yes, sir.
Technology has made it to where people enjoy things differently now. People want to sit and watch somebody stream and just be in the house and do whatever. And if a celebrity pulls up to kick it with them on their stream, people watch it. They like it.
Yes.
It doesn't have to be the prototypical, hey, let's sit down, let's talk, let's interview
more
type of thing.
yeah.
People like to, I think, you know, for celebrities and things like that, I think they rather feel more comfortable and at ease instead of sitting somewhere and feeling like they're being grilled.
Yeah, feel like more of a safe space.
What's going on?
Yeah.
And you spoke out about, you know, your feelings on that. And,
it bothers me still to this day.
But why does it bother you?
Because it's like there needs to be a balance. I think when you put an album out, for example, any artist, right? You put an album out, I don't think the album is like your own reflection of it. I think you need to talk about your art, what you did to somebody you trust or respect. Like it gets lost without that. It's just like one album, like, oh, put the album out. Even Freddie Gibbs, like y'all champion Freddie Gibbs album, right? All day. Y'all Freddie Gibbs, he don't want to talk to nobody. It's like, yo, what the fuck?
But I think Freddie's comes from just more disdain for being in the industry for 10 years and a lot of shit going back and forth with that. But
there's an imbalance in the game. You know?
Where I think it's odd, and I've defended you all year when it was you versus the streamers, just because you my mans, but I am here to say that my issue is that you haven't leaned all the way into it, because I agree with you. There's still, it's okay to have our favorite artists go and have fun on a stream and do a sleepover with Kai. I think it's incredible. Yeah. But there needs to be somewhat of a balance, especially in a time where if we don't get an interview, we don't know anything about your life, and rappers are more celebrities than they are musicians now.
Yeah.
If I don't get a Hove and Drake, Nas, if I don't get any of those interviews, I can go to the album and find out where they're at in their life. That's how you get attached as a fan to an artist.
Yep.
Now they're more celebrity than they are musician. So who you are as a person is way more important. I think the sit-down interview is what people actually care more. Because y'all not talking about shit in your music.
Yo, but why is
so I can't
cool
get any type of connection.
Why is it so cool we're all media now, but then nobody talks to media? It's like it's an imbalance.
Well,
like,
I mean, media's only interviewing media because I feel like the fans shifted, and I think we saw that the most, and I don't want to get in a full-blown Kendrick Drake thing, but we saw that in May, the complete shift. It was right in front of our faces that these people are fans of content, they're not fans of music.
Wow.
And a lot of those fans are fans of media people. Even though we talk about music, we do talk about a bunch of other shit. It's very much a lifestyle, content-based game with podcasting and streaming. Like, as much as I do want to hear from Kai about music, that's like a minuscule part of Kai's brand.
You want that from
Kai
him,
is Kai's brand, not his opinion on what a Cardi song is.
Yeah. Right.
So these fans are interested in media, messy media shit, and media talking to other media. Less than the artists, because the artists aren't as interesting maybe as we once thought they were.
But we have to have the interviews that balance the commentary, right? Like, we have commentary all day, but it's like, yo, where's the conversation with these people that are making the art?
Do you think,
where's that balance? Like, there's no balance anymore.
Do you think there's a lot of artists that have good teams behind them that are telling them don't go do that because people have a different view of you
cool to do that,
when you have to do a long form? I saw with the presidency shit where everyone was saying, yo, Trump did a great thing by going with Rogan. People got to know him for 3 hours, not talk about politics. Just to carry a 3 hour conversation.
Strategic,
And Kamala's team said they didn't want to do that because it was exposing too much of who she really was. She can't control a 3 hour interview. I think people are getting the same advice to their artists, whether it be label execs or major.
100%.
We know how you are when you're not on a microphone. Everyone's going to dislike you. So if you have to do a 2 hour interview with someone that's really a journalist, if I'm managing an artist I know is not built for that, I'm definitely going to tell them, yo, do it live and we'll do it together.
Are you prepared to tell the truth, right? Like, is Drake prepared to have a real conversation about everything that went on? Like Kendrick, Cole, are they prepared right now to have a real conversation? Maybe not.
Okay, probably, but why would they owe that this soon? Even though I would want that.
They don't owe it. I'm saying that they're not ready for it, I don't think, right now.
Why? But why do you say they're not ready for it?
Because it requires so much honesty of like really looking at the whole landscape of what happened. The introspection of it's like, yo, we're not there yet.
But with people like Cole and Drake, I think we're going to get that in the music on the next album, both of them. So yeah, of course I'd want them to sit down and have to really answer to certain questions. I would love for Kendrick to sit with someone and someone straight up ask, do you really think Drake is a pedophile? Like, I want those questions, of course. But with them, I don't care as much because they will put that in the music. These younger artists, they're not saying shit either. So where is the connection
Well,
as
the
a
young
consumer?
artists don't even know how to talk.
Yeah, I was going to say that.
let's
I'm
just
like,
start
they're not doing interviews because they
I
don't
don't
know
want
how
to
to
hear
speak.
half of these young artists speak. Like, they don't even know how to talk.
But y'all say that, but there's also this other group of artists that are now content creators. They're media.
Yeah.
Like we always do the City Girl number 7 as a joke, but Young Miami is good at what she does for the purpose of it. There is still a side, and those people that could do great interviewers are now becoming the media.
Yes. Everybody's media. Summer Walker's media. Cameron's running like he's Stephen A. Smith. It's what we're dealing with.
Why are you saying like he's Stephen A? Why he not running around like Cameron?
Cameron to be that.
That's what people be mad at you about when you say shit like that.
Which I think he should lean
That
into.
was
Be the
hate. That
old
was
villain.
hate, OD, that was hate.
You know what I'm saying? That's why I think people be mad at you.
Oh, it's hate.
Cam is running
Hate.
around like he's Stephen A. Smith. No,
why
Cam
is he support journalists? Because he has an opinion? Why?
But
Him and Mase have proved to have a good opinion that
he
people
got
care
Mase
about.
having a job and really like check because the bag is
He was
there.
a pastor.
But Elliott, you don't think that we all come from the culture of we all sit around in our neighborhoods in front of our buildings
But
in the
Mark don't
barbershop?
make you a journalist.
But I'm just saying, we all sit around in our groups with our friends
Exactly.
and talk about
Our
sports,
opinions, yes.
music.
Absolutely.
That's all these guys are doing right now.
But that's not fair. Is Shannon Sharp a journalist?
No, but that's the
Or does he
easier
have
bridge.
experience from it?
That's where the athlete becomes the media. That's the easier Charles Barkley. That's easier transition.
So why is it easier for the athlete but not the artist?
It's not easy, but I don't like it because, like, you imagine, like, this is the shit I do well, and not everybody want to do it, and they get the
So you
celebrity off that
don't
shit.
like it because you feel like they're not coming to the journalists to have these conversations.
I'm real with that.
Which affects your
the
bottom
best I
line.
ever do is me with that. So then you want to be that off celebrity or what? So I could talk about that. I don't like that shit, and not be a hater.
Yeah.
It's reality.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
You don't like it because you don't think they're good at it?
I know I'm better at it.
Okay.
It's me. It's my life.
Okay.
But Elliott, what
Imagine
would
it.
make you better at it? Because in this day and age, it's just not about getting the information right. It's about who's more entertaining. So who are you to say I'm better at this than them when what
I'll
they're
prove it to you. I'm better than you. Like I'm the best. I'm more informed.
Are you better at telling a story? Are you better
100%.
at getting accurate
They're not
information?
better. Like that shit cringeworthy. I watch that shit. It's not good.
Yo,
Shit ain't
But
popping.
this-
it ain't popping.
I don't agree.
This takes-
What's the camera interview? Was like, yo, Cameron really asked the questions. Like, what are you talking about? No.
But what interview did Cam take away from something of let's say we're the hip hop ilk? Even if Maul and I aren't journalists, we're still in hip hop media. You are a hip hop journalist. What interview did Cam take away from us?
They have celebrity has access to different things that I may not have. And again, I do feel like they underperform.
See, I think I have to push
Every
back. I have to
time.
push back
No?
there because you have had 25 years of relationships with
30,
publicists,
30,
PR interviews.
30.
The three majors where Cam is a
30.
celebrity and has, relationships for him being in the game for 30 years. But you have direct relationships with the majors that the rest of the podcasting world never had. So you
Okay.
still do have that. I think we have to go back to the period at the end of the sentence of what the fans want. And with Cam or Young Miami, maybe they just want to be entertained. With Kai, they just want to be entertained. They don't
No,
want to be
but Roar
informed.
is
They don't
the-
want to be informed.
The access goes to them above me. That's the problem I have. That's what it comes down to. You see what I'm saying? Because it seems sexy, like, yo, Cam's the sports reporter now. Hey, woo,
Okay,
woo.
but let's not act like
Right?
that's not always been hip hop or entertainment at the time. We've seen things that were hot and then failed immediately, but at that time, that was the hot shit that people went to.
And they
That's like any
They
genre.
don't have to fail. It's all good. They can do their thing. I'm just saying, like, yo, I'm competing. I want a shot. I'm in this. I'm still here.
Mm-hmm.
I want to compete.
But that goes back.
But now you sound like the old nigga in the park that don't get picked up no more.
And I don't want to be that. You're right.
Yeah, but I'm not.
stop being
And
that.
I'm not saying that you are that because
It's all good.
I know your work.
Yes.
I'm from New York City. I know Elliott Wilson's work.
My nigga.
But
Love.
I do understand at the same time, like, there was a time where what I was into growing up, my parents and my uncles, they was kind of like, yo, what is that y'all listen to? That's
Yo,
great.
Maul, it wasn't fly to be media.
No.
That's a fact.
Nigga,
a
you're
fact.
media.
That's a
Yeah.
fact.
You built a whole foundation.
Yeah.
It wasn't,
Yeah.
But that
you did that. You
Yeah.
did, both of y'all.
Yeah.
yes,
it wasn't
that,
fly.
that plus the format changing, whether it be
My
YouTube,
life,
social
my life
media.
is that.
Because print was cool, but it was never sexy because at the end of the shit, it was just your name.
I made it as fly as I could back then with double XL, right? It wasn't that fly.
But I feel like you, and this is why I was defending you all year, you adapted, and why I think people like Kai and other streamers should look at you, because I watched you since I was a kid adapt to the new shit every time.
Yeah.
The source was the source. It was the only thing, that was it, the Bible. There could never be another magazine.
Yeah.
Shifted, went to double XL. Everyone was blackballed. All right, I'll go with the people that are blackballed. Here you go. Here's 50 Cent on a cover. Double XL. Because, like, you always shifted with that. Then when the blogs came, even though you pissed off Nah Right and everyone else because they felt like you were late to the party, to the regular consumer, you weren't.
They hated Rap Radar, right?
Rap Radar came.
Oh my God.
But then how all those bloggers viewed you, I think is how you're viewing someone like Cameron. Because you have all the connections and relationships that maybe SK, Low, Mech, and them didn't have. But you still looked like somebody that was at the forefront of shifting to blogs. Then we made podcasting popping. Then Rap Radar podcast came, and you took God knows how many interviews from us. But you continue to adapt. So that's why I'm shocked to hear the things that you're saying now, because I've only known you to adapt.
And you're right. Now I'm in the process of adapting. I got my own Elliott Wilson Experience thing popping off January 7th. Interviews. Bigger Picture with DJ Head, Jeremy Hack. I'm trying. I'm out here.